It's time to get your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
A new AEW champion has been crowned, and Samoa
You know what?
Joe.
You know what? Let's start there. Let's start with Joe. I wish we had my old quote that we could pull up about Samoa Joe. I don't know if you remember what I said about Samoa Joe.
What'd you say? Remind me.
I guess it was about 3 months ago. And we was talking about was Samoa Joe was going to win the, what was going to happen with Samoa Joe in AEW. And I said, I feel like Samoa Joe is going to be the world heavyweight champion in AEW just because Tony Khan is just that type of guy. He's going to make sure it happens for Samoa Joe. And I just believe, Joe put in the work, no doubt. Joe was that soldier to say, okay, I man this ship over here at ROH. But as soon as Samoa Joe came over and enacted his clause and said, hey, I'm here, boom, they put the title on.
Yeah.
I just felt that way. And the reason why I just felt like it was rewarding for Samoa Joe and giving him his props. Because Joe he is that guy, man. He is that true soldier. He's that dude. You know what I mean? And he's been grinding for so long. You know what I mean? And yeah. And I wish we had that quote. We could go back and pull it up, but he's deserving of it, man. He really is.
I think that if you're looking for somebody to not only beat MJF and in that reign, but if you're looking for somebody to help bring up other guys, you can't think of a better person than Samoa Joe because he can build you up in the ring and he can build you up on the mic.
Yeah. But all right, we got to take a quick break, guys. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We got a whole lot more for you. Stick around. We'll be back. The Hall of Fame podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. What's up, everybody? It's your man, Booker T, along with my main man, Brad Gilmore. We're back with another episode, and today we want to talk to you about something that's incredibly important, especially during this time of the year.
That's right, Booker. As we head into the end of the year, it's the time for reflection, joy, and sometimes for a lot of us, a lot of stress. The holidays can be overwhelming for many, and it's okay to admit that.
Look, this time of the year can be a lot to handle, and it's natural to feel some sadness or anxiety, but we've got something positive to share with you today.
That's right, Book. It's therapy. It's a bright spot amid all the stress and change, something you can look forward to, something that can make you feel grounded, something that equips you with the tools to manage everything that life throws at you.
And when it comes to therapy, we've got the solution for you, BetterHelp. It's convenient, flexible, and entirely online. You can match up with a licensed therapist who fits your schedule, and you can even switch therapists at any time at no extra cost.
The best part is it's so easy to get started. You just fill out a brief questionnaire just like I did. I went through the process myself. It helped match me with a licensed therapist who will help me and can help you on your journey to personal growth and well-being.
And here's the kicker, folks. You can get started today and receive 10% off your first month by visiting BetterHelp.com/BookerT. That's right, BetterHelp. That's HELP.com/BookerT.
You deserve to find your bright spot this season, and BetterHelp is here to help you do just that. Don't wait. Take that positive step towards a brighter future. The Hall of Fame podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp, professional, affordable, and convenient online counseling.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. Samoa Joe is the new AEW champ. Knocked off MJF. MJF looked like he's gonna be taking some time off or something like that. I heard his name was even taken off the AEW roster page.
I saw that as well.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know what's happening. But hey, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. What you think about Samoa Joe actually? What do you think about Samoa Joe actually being that guy?
I think he's a great selection. Just like when AEW first started and they were crowning their first world champion, it was the right call to put it on Jericho at the moment because you have a veteran presence who can help build guys, help young guys. Because it's funny, I was listening to Edge talk or Adam Copeland, excuse me, and he was saying when he was a young guy coming up, The main eventers were always telling them the advice, like, hey, you should slow down. You don't need to do this. Do it when it's special. Do it when it's important. And he goes, and I never understood what they were talking about until I became a main event guy. And then I go, oh, I get it. And he goes, and I find myself telling them the same stuff that people told me before. So being able to work with someone who's been at that level, Samoa Joe, whether he's been a world champion or not in every company he's been in, he's acted and worked and performed like a world champion in every company that he's been in and been able to bring people up along the way. I think he was the perfect guy to pull the trigger on. And I mean, if you were to ask me, if you showed me the whole AEW roster page and said, who should beat MJF for the title, I would have picked Samoa Joe out of that lineup. So I don't think they could have gone any better with it.
No, I mean, I agree 100%. I mean, one thing about something I always say about the business, if your name get there well before you do, you can say Samoa Joe. Anybody just about that knows the wrestling business is going to know who that is immediately. His name is going to get there well. He's that good. He's been around that long, and he's not just been that good in the ring. He's been that good outside of the ring as far as interviews and promos. He's been that good from a commentary perspective. Samoa Joe is literally like all around. He can pretty much do it all. So he is the perfect guy, as well as when Joe is working, you believe it. I mean, you believe it, no doubt. So for me, perfect guy for the job, and I'm just glad to see Samoa Joe finally get his flowers. That's all I want to say on that more than anything.
Yeah, you and I both. You and I both just so happy for Samoa Joe, and I'm happy to see what happens in AEW from that run. I want to see him work with some of the talent that I think that would benefit from being around a guy like Samoa Joe. I know there was a thing that people made fun of Hangman Adam Page when he said he didn't take advice or whatever. That was a thing that the audience really made a lot of bones about. But I think that if you are going to take advice from somebody, it should be somebody who's achieved more than you have in the industry that you desire to be in. In this case, we're talking about pro wrestling. And somebody like Adam Page, I think, would match up super well with Samoa Joe. And I think it could help elevate him. You can go down the roster. Go down the roster of all the young talent that they have there. I think that everybody would benefit from working with a guy like a Samoa Joe or a guy like a Adam Copeland or a guy like a Christian Cage or a guy like a Chris Jericho. Anybody who has the knowledge.
No. I mean, this thing could be historic if they do it right. It really could. This could be their bloodline.
Yeah. Oh, man, look. Do you remember when Samoa Joe, this is how great Samoa Joe is. Samoa Joe, this is
hell out of me.
He beat the hell out of you in Houston at Victory Road 04. Beat the hell out of you. Choked you out, I believe, if I remember the end of that match correctly.
Bloody and everything, man.
Bloody and everything. And you don't blade for just anybody. Oh, I'm sorry. Ixnay on the blade. You don't. Not anybody can beat up Booker T. That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly. But my point is, if you remember when he was in WWE, it was during Brock's like reign of terror, where like Brock, no one was beating Brock for the world championship. He was the guy. This is after he defeats Cena and Taker and all that stuff. And he had a program with Samoa Joe going to the hilariously titled pay-per-view Great Balls of Fire. If you remember Great Balls of Fire.
I do remember that.
And this is how good he is. Samoa Joe talked an audience into tuning into a show called Great Balls of Fire, and we thought that he was going to walk out the world champion during the most impressive, unstoppable reign in world championship history, with Brock Lesnar defeating The Undertaker's undefeated streak at Mania, defeating John Cena in a squash match at SummerSlam. Samoa Joe's that good. We thought he was going to beat Brock at Great Balls of Fire. It was incredible.
Very convincing, man. Very convincing. It don't get no realer than watching a guy like Samoa Joe go inside the 20 by 20 and do his work. I put my stamp of approval on guys like Samoa Joe every day. That's why I don't put too many guys over like I put Joe over throughout my career. I don't think I put too many guys over like that. And the reason why Joe went over the way he did in Houston, Texas was it was just tradition. It was just tradition for me to go out here and really make this kid shine in my hometown, when I could easily say, man, I'm not doing that in my hometown. No, that's when you're supposed to do it, in your hometown. And for me, that was one of my most memorable matches, working with Samoa Joe and, doing the right thing for him, giving Samoa Joe his flowers, because even back then I thought Samoa Joe was that good.
Yeah, I mean, he was also, like you said, when the name got out there before he did, when TNA first started, the two names that I would hear about who I had no idea who they were before were AJ Styles and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, both those guys. Yeah.
And those were the ones that you tuned in to see from the young side. So shout out to Joe. But
can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up, BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this: chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it.